Hello YouTube and welcome to Groundworks Plays Transport Fever, and today we are following, well, some trains on the main line, namely this beautiful Flying Scotsman as it grazes through the landscape. Yes, it's just amazing and it's beautiful and it looks awesome. I mean, pretty soon we are in the 1950s, the age of steam might come to an end, so I figured might as well, enjoy the looks and feels of our Flying Scotsman trains riding ever so quickly and cutting through the beautiful river delta landscape. So yes, a little bit more ride-alongs than I would care to admit, but why not? Let's see how it looks from the train perspective. I mean, given we don't really need this catenary per se, but I think it would be a nice addition, and we are currently riding the main line and we are heading over to Meltham. And this is, we are riding at a nice comfy 120 kilometers an hour, and I mean, I always wanted to have and see how it will look like, and apparently I believe we can see, I don't know if it's a DC-3 Dakota that we can see or is it something else, but we see a plane in the sky, unless that's a UFO, and devs have added another feature, so we have to cut off our speed a little bit. Just for the reference, this will be changed in the future, but for the time being this is part of the old rail network that has been going on this route, and due to this we have to, cut it a little bit. Well, not, I wouldn't say short, but kill the speed a little bit. That being said, we are coming up on our bridge that is supposed to take us to Meltham. And there's another Flying Scotsman passing through. And we are coming in towards Meltham. Get ready for some bump, boys. Yeah, I hate these bumps, but I figured, might as well show you guys how everything looks like. We will be picking up a couple of passengers and then we are continuing on our merry way. We'll see how long it takes, but I have every intention of, let's say, hopefully running until the end of the main line with this one. I hear a bus going over. Probably. By the way, guys, do let me know in the comments below what type of ride-alongs do you prefer. Do you prefer ride-alongs that are more of the type, let's say, like this, first-person view? Oh, and we have a Dakota landing. Oh, this is just glorious. Come on, kick it into high gear, and we have a bus passing through as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I wish I would say I'd engineered this, but I didn't. I don't think I'm capable of engineering that part. Okay, bus, Dakota, and train. It doesn't get better than that. Okay, we are accelerating towards the Cockermouth. Signals clear and all is fine, and we have another train passing on the main line. As you can see, I am running most of the trains, well, all of the trains on this line as Flying Scotsman because of the speed, and since I have so many, if you would have faster and slower, faster might be catching on to the slower trains, and then you would be basically in a deep boo-boo. So here we are coming up on a beautiful piece of scenery. We have our ship that is handling the Meltham food line, which is gently sailing on the river. We have another level crossing, or as we not like to call it, BMX Bandits Hoopser. Ooh, there we go. As you can see, I have no idea why these do happen, because I mean, road should give in the way to track, and I've always designed so that first I design track and then I design road over it. So I have actually no idea, guys, why does it do that? Okay, we are coming up closer to yet another crossing. Sorry for the stuttering. Come on. This game, despite having everything nice and dandy, still has some performance issues, especially on the ride-alongs. 120 kilometers an hour, and we are coming into Cockermouth. Another Flying Scotsman passing us by on the main line, and I'm hoping a red arrow. It seems like it's on the station. Beautiful. So there you will have a chance to see the red arrow whizzing past us. This is a very lively city, and it's also the end line for the red arrow going from Eton via Silloth to Cockermouth. And the sad news is that I will probably either have to up the ante on the red arrow, or I will have to replace it altogether with something that has more capacity, because I have a problem that you ultimately want to have. I have a lot of passengers, you know. So yeah, and the money is not an object any longer, because now we have 1 billion, so not really a problem, but still. Now we are continuing towards Brearley, and you can see a couple of our cargo ships delivering food. Right now everything is being delivered by ships to only for Meltham and Chipping Sudbury. Now we already have a train station for the Chipping Sudbury, so technically I could be reassigning the ships from there as well to the Meltham line. And now we are being adjoined by our cargo line that's supplying that's supplying food for the Cockermouth, and we could be extending that one to Meltham as well. So oops, a little bit of, you know, problems there, but now we could see more different trains, hopefully, because we merged here with the cargo line temporarily. Another train riding the main line, which tells me also that the frequency on those is quite good. And we can just enjoy the slow chugging of the steam engine as it passes through the landscape. I think, and there we go, our cargo train. And it's a long one. Yes, I think once we passed Brearley, I will switch the perspective once again to show the locomotive. But guys, do tell me, what do you prefer? I think coming into Brearley will be exciting because of all the bridges and all that stuff that we have there. And also, depending on your feedback, I will be featuring more ride-alongs either like that or from the third person. Or less, depending on what you guys like more. Okay, we are passing by a depot, and we will be continuing straight from here on, going over the bridge and on to Brearley. I think this will be an exciting shot. On the right hand side you can see our huge cargo station, couple of underpass bridges and ships waiting at the docks as we enjoy the stroboscopic effect almost as we are coming into Brearley. I mean, this map has a lot of ups and downs, so it's not an easy feat of engineering to design it. And also, guys, while we are here on this line, here we can see another plane. I think it's taking off. Yep, it seems like it. Okay, and we have another plane that's over there landing. Beautiful. So, with that in mind, a new vehicle is available. Deutsche Bahn Baureiche Vorserie. Okay, nice. It's a diesel, and I'm not yet ready to be using that one per se. Let's just enjoy a little bit of our Flying Scotsman. Passing by a bus. And I'm hoping to see a mallard on the way as well, because that one's mallards are going towards yeah, this is the DC-4 actually that landed. Beautiful. And Dakota, oh boy, this is a busy airport, clearly. Beautiful. I think we're going into the tunnel, so might as well, you know, switch from the train perspective. I don't know if we'll be encountering the mallard or not. Nope, doesn't seem like it. There we go. I said I wanted to be riding this all until the bitter end, or a sweet end as much, given the fact that these all of these trains are bringing us an unholy amounts of cash. Beautiful. And there's a mallard. Okay, going a little bit uphill. It seems that our food distribution is working good. Nothing to complain around there. And okay, and we are now bumping down as we are coming into the... yeah. There we go. Finally, the end station. Let's just look at it from this perspective. Yeah. And unloading after we made some significant cash. Okay, good. I like to see how much is the income, so no audit is there. Now, that was a little bit riding on the main line. Now, as you can see, we have a lot of passengers wanting to ride the Oakham-Walton-Thames. So I'm thinking of adding another line perhaps, and we have already a mallard here. So hold on. You have 140, and how many do you have waiting here? 168. Ooh, we could actually be sporting another one. That's a replacement vehicle. Fine. Where is the other train from the same line? Vehicles, that's one. That's train 16. Train 6, where are you? You are going towards Chipping Sodbury. From where? Okay, so you're on the way back. Okay, let's pause this. That means we could be instituting one more train, because until you get here it's gonna be a while. And if Mallard just left, then I would want another one to be coming from somewhere around here, and I could be plopping up the rail depot. So let's put another rail depot here. and I want to do it in a smart way this time, so that I don't need to plop both. I can plop just one, like this. Followed, where are my signals? They're just here, good. And then we put high-speed tracks with catenary that will be going from here, first joining here, and then, hold on, then a little bit of double catenary, followed by a crossing of this sort. Why a crossing of this sort? Because then I can create a double slip switch here and be none the wiser. See, that's kind of the idea that I had in mind. So you would have a signal there, and I ultimately want to kill off this signal here then, and I'll kill this signal off here as well. Come on, one signal will be removed. I hope nobody's using that signal as a waypoint. Now let's put some signals, and modern ones at that. You obviously need to have a signal permission to join. And since you had a signal here, might as well. And you might as well. How much is the distance between the two signals? Actually, I would almost... I'll actually put a signal here. Okay, let's see, did it mess up any of my lines? No, it doesn't seem that it did. Okay, good. Which means I can actually now buy train a mallard, and in its natural color with the green wagons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you will be set on the Oakwood mainline. Good. Now, you know what? Since we're riding along, might as well ride along on that one. And I think this one is painted differently. So vehicles, color. Which color did I choose? Was it this one? I think it was this one. Or was it this one? I think this blue is rather sporty, so I'm gonna keep it. And we have a Flying Scotsman waiting, which I guess it's fine because this mallard is faster anyway, so I mean, they will be riding at the same speed, so there will be no major hold-ups, I guess. Yeah, and here we're passing a signal, so the Flying Scotsman should be getting a go-ahead. Which means that once we get actually to... Yeah. And on that line... Oh, look at that shot. Look at it. Isn't it glorious? Oh yeah. It's really a shame that it cannot go faster than 120 due to the wagons, but okay. I'm game. Right. Okay. That solves our passenger issue here, but it doesn't solve our passenger situation with Siloth. and I have to figure out what to do, because these red arrows are good. The only problem with them is that, well, I mean, the line is the Eton to Cockermouth, the frequency is 3 minutes, and it's giving me a healthy balance, but the problem is that I just don't have enough, I don't have enough capacity to transport these people. So I was even thinking to make it 2 backing services. Let's see what can we do in terms of trains. Rail bus 14, 18, 125, 90. Well, this rail bus could be fun to put somewhere. What are you? You are 4 million. You have low running cost. I think that one is from the mod. We have multiple units. We have just Red Arrow and Mail Bus. Okay, let's examine where are our red arrows. One is here, one is there. So what do we have? Beep beep. What is the new vehicle? That's... Ooh, no hab. And Mercedes-Benz for... Oh, now we're into business. Okay, well, I think... Which way are you heading? You're going to Eton. So if I increase the number of locomotives, that might alleviate the problem temporarily. So I'm gonna buy one more Red Arrow here, and you are going on the Eatcock line. Yes. What do you know? I mean, these names of these cities, definitely. Okay, there will be 2 running after each other. Well, ultimately we need it anyway, so yeah, might as well. We could use 1 unit here as well. I hope they will be spacing themselves out a bit more. I could buy 1 more here. And those are diesels. 4.14. American version of F-Series. You see, this is the thing. I like these small rail buses and stuff, so... yeah, we could be using them for some shuttle services or something. We have to figure out what. I'm gonna buy 1 more. You also on the Eatcock line. Right, and you can see Silith is growing, which is very endearing and warming my heart to a beautiful extent. So let's help the AI by circling these roads a little bit. And maybe, you know, building something more here. No, not removing the buildings. That's a no-no. We'll need to think about supplying these towns with goods as well. Now, that we'll probably be doing in the future episodes. However, let's see if there are another opportunities to connect these small cities. Oh, geez, and we have a whole bunch of people at Brearley and a lot of food at Chipping Sodbury. And a lot of fuel waiting over there, so... yeah, I think we need to up our capacities to a great extent, to be honest. Hold on. Pause. Where are my cargo trains? I'm looking at you, oil. So where are my vehicles? You are waiting for a free path at the Walton Thames. Who is blocking your path? Is it the food train? And you are waiting for a free pass from whom? Well, we have a little bit of a queue, I would say, here. And I believe it could be caused by the fact that we are waiting 10 minutes. Let's put it down to 5. You see, if you're waiting too much, it's also not a good thing. Yeah, passenger seems to be doing a-okay. I'm assuming crude oil is being picked up. Production 0. Why is the production 0? Maybe they have been waiting for a while now. Now that's better. And which is the other train? Okay, it is the cargo, so that one is non-colliding with the this one. Okay. Fair enough. I think that would solve our situation for the time being. Trucks. What are you running here? Waltham Thames commuter. What is the age of vehicles? Oh, they're ancient. Well, time for a replacement then, and a good thing that we got a brand new Mercedes-Benz. And yes, we'll be putting them red. So, or not, we will be putting them yellow, because the yellow is the color of the Waltham Thames, and this pale yellow, great. Okay, replace now. Yes. It will be interesting to see a vehicle getting replaced. At least these crude oil guys are actually doing something useful. Okay, road vehicle got replaced. Let's take a look. Oh yeah. Oh, that looks modern and flashy. Definitely desirable. It's beautiful. Now let's see if this one has production. Why is it production 0? I don't get it. You are waiting. And you have a bunch of these. Do we have such a big holdup here of crude oil? No, we don't. This distribution seems to be doing fine. So it's these guys who are messing up for some reason. What are your waiting time on the line? Overview, vehicles. Yeah, their maximum waiting time is 3 minutes, so this is strange. Production 0. And I am transporting the crude oil. We're distributing food to the boat refinery. Okay, so I really want to examine why is this now happening. Let me just see. Okay, production is 32. $36. To be honest, I don't think that these trucks can actually deliver a great deal. I'd almost argue to put a separate station here for the oil. Could I be doing that? And these here are creating so... Hold on. What if I could sport a train station going like this? Of course, a terminal one. And a full length 320. Terrain alignment collision. Yeah, you're colliding over there with some buildings, but they haven't started building, and that's why it's good that I've... Let's kill this at the very beginning. This little project that the town has generously decided to bestow on me. So if I create some, something going here, building will be removed. Let's create something like this going here, and I'll let the AI figure out what it wants to do. However, I'll remove this. Now, road-wise, if I create a road here, would that impact things a great deal? Let's see, train station, first terminal one, like this. Terrain alignment collision, oh, this would be doable. Second Street connection. Well, I don't see why not. I mean, it's cargo line, so it's not really that important, but placing it here would eliminate the need for all these trucks, and trucks could be actually delivering to other places in the city, and that might significantly improve. Do I want to make it a 2-platformer? Just thinking for the future deliveries. Unable to align terrain. Could I just slightly nudge it like this? Come on. Ah, there was it. Because then the 2-liner could be delivering both the line towards Oakham and another line delivering all the way down south. And ultimately I don't need the line for a passing station. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with a 2-liner here. Smoothage required. Smoothatrons to the rescue, And the wonderful thing about everything is that you plop a train station and then you realize that you're a freaking idiot who has plopped the, the passenger station rather than the freight one. Nevertheless, I'm still gonna be plopping the freight station, corrected, here for much less money. Even better. So now I have to figure out a way how to get myself out of this predicament. Or actually I could be bypassing this train station altogether. This could be an ending siding here. and it's connecting here rather. So it's connecting to both lines, which is good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go like this. High-speed track. You, Sunshine, you're going together with them. Yes. However, on your adventure going onwards, you will be peeling off and going directly here. So, how does that look? God-awful gully, followed by a tunnel. I'll take it. And then you're merging on that line. So I actually might want to even delete this and create just this as a double slip switch passage. Is this double slip switch? No, it's not. Well, it should be. Let's see if we can do it like that. We take you away and we take you away, and I hope I didn't mess up any of the trains. And you are going all the way here. Right, now that means you are double slip. Yes, you are double slip. Yes, great. A little bit on the steeper curve, but I think this would be a handy way of, you know, tackling where are you going towards the correct line. Good. That means that I want to double track this from the very beginning, say here, peeling off to another siding. Yes, and you are going straight to the end. There we go. Beautiful. Diamond crossing while I'm still in shape. See? Awesome. Okay, that now connects to the main line and you will be going back. So I would almost argue that Walton-Thames oil. So chipping Sodbury, and then what is this? Do we have any? When it comes to Walton-Thames exchange, I want to be plopping a signal just before we merge here. Signal should be placed here. Another one will be plopped here and here. And then one will be plopped just before entering the station from this end. Okay, now we have to reroute you, Sunshine, on the yellow line to go actually here. So Walton-Thames exchange. After Walton-Thames signal 23, you will be going here to Walton-Thames halt and replacing the Walton-Thames exchange. I think that would be much better, because that means then I don't need these trucks anymore and I could actually use them to distribute to other parts of the city food rather. Good. And when you're on Walton-Thames halt, try to have a full load but do wait for a maximum of 5 minutes. Good. I think that is the way it's supposed to be. So let's see that everything here clears and that I didn't make one hell of a lot of a mess. Do you have any oil? 0. Nice. What about you? You are waiting for a free path, and I think it's only until that train clears this signal, right? Yes, okay. Good. At least we have here trucks that should be ferrying right now. Production is picking up, but I don't like this bursty setup. That's why I said, you know, screw it, we'll leave it here anyway. Now, speaking of the lines, do I have any trains that are even remotely? You're going to Brearley Transfer, you are going to Chipping Sodbury Branch, and you are going to Chipping Sodbury Branch. Where are you? So, Brearley Transfer, you are the closest one to actually being someplace where I would need you. And you are still just past Chipping Sodbury, if I'm not mistaken. Oh boy. That means nothing will be coming in for some time to come. And I feel it's my duty to remedy that with another train. Buy trains now. We said here we're running the Crocs. This is the 90 km an hour, 140. What's the speed for these ones? 160. Ooh. But this is tractive effort, literally nothing. Tractive effort very low. 3000 kilowatts. Well, yeah, those are low power. I need more kilowatts. 1200 compared with 1600, 1400, and they're all more expensive. So I think this one can ride 100 kilometers an hour. 160, 140. You know what? I'll give it a chance. And I'll put these because it can go 140. So let's put... We will load you royally. $315, and you are on the oil line, Brearley Walton-Thames Oil. And this is the locomotive DB Baureihe had 200 4 series. I think this will be interesting to hear, and it sounds like a freaking vacuum cleaner, that is. I do hope that you have enough power to pull this. So, while we are on the subject, we might as well, you know, give it a look and check the wiki, what it has to say on DB. What was again name of that locomotive? Come on. Buy trains. Deutsche Bahn Baureihe V200 003 4 series. Now, DB class V200. Yes, I think I found the entry. Let's see, what does it say? DB V200 class was the first series production diesel hydraulic express locomotive of the German Deutsche Bundesbahn, and also in Switzerland. 5 prototypes of V200 were built in 1953-54, which corresponds. Full production began in 56, with 61 engines being built by the Krauss Maffei and 20 by MAK. The 5 V200 prototypes were put in extensive testing, the aim being to ensure the production locomotives would be as reliable as technology and maintenance standards in 1950s allowed. In 1955, one locomotive traveled under its own power through Yugoslavia, Greece and Turkey, partly as a test and partially to demonstrate the locomotive capability to potential customers in those countries. That sounds fun. Initially, the V200 hauled express trains on all main lines, replacing the DRG-05, DRG-03 and DRG-01. Following the electrification of main lines, the V200 was increasingly used for commuter trains and freight trains, but the Hamburg-Westland, Hamburg-Lübeck, Copenhagen and the Munich-Lindau was still saw on lines the V200 hauling express trains. From the 1962, the V200O was followed by a more powerful 200-01, later class 221, etc. Post DB service, you have trains serving in Saudi Arabia, Italy, Spain, France, Switzerland, Algeria, Albania, Germany, and all other. And it has the 2 fast-running V12 diesel engine, transmission is hydraulic, and each engine drove 1 bogie set via hydraulic torque converter. A lot of useful information. I'm going to be putting most of these things, on the wiki. The only thing that I actually have a slight dislike for is the fact that this sounds like a freaking vacuum cleaner, but I mean, if it starts bringing me unholy amounts of cash, I will forgive it everything and I'll call it Susan. Now, shall we set the turbos a little bit? The loading speed leaves something to be desired, clearly. We are making money left and right, so I really want to see what speed it will be obtaining when hauling, cargo. And cargo being here the obviously oil. Because this one could revolutionize our oil distribution. It doesn't go frequently, but when it goes, it should, really up the ante in terms of delivery and cash and all that jazz. So I am just patiently waiting on turbos as this one gets loaded, and holy cow, does it take a significant amount of time for it to get loaded. You can see even a rocket shooting off in the background, or actually more, yeah. But I think it's also the props to the production line, because I have a feeling that once production picks up, we should see more. Now, what's the production here? Oh, see, 302. Now we're talking. And I'm hoping none of the trains are waiting. I'll be really interested to see how much does a full 300 load of crude oil pay. If it will wait that long, that's also a question. Power rating mediocre. Value 23 million. We're billionaires by this point, so not that I care really a great deal. This should be almost the first full-length train that we're running, so. And one of our crocs is waiting, which I guess is a good thing. And we have another beep beep. The V200O. I guess it's a couple of engines So yes, yes, we are already using your sister. So I'm really interested to see if this one will be running at full speed or not. $95, $96. Really interesting to see if it will be able to pick up to 160. Because if it will, I might be upgrading the other trains as well. It is already going 120, which is, given the size of this train, impressive, and we have 2 other trains waiting for it. So loading did take its sweet time. But hopefully this should help in terms of distribution. I'm just curious to see which speeds will it develop once we start going uphill. And if this one is actually, wow, whole lot of trains. And we have to, merge here. So some drops in speed, sure, but I'm really interested to see how much will this one, give. And we can also ride along here like this. After all, this is an episode of ride-alongs and broken textures, apparently. Older signals. I wish really, devs, if you can see this, auto replace the older signals. I mean, nobody wants to manually replace them for sure. Okay, 90 kilometers an hour. I'd say this is a very decent speed given the size of the train. And once again hitting the catenary, but okay. And why are we lowering our speed? Oh, we have a train ahead of us. Really? Which train would that be? Well, all of the trains... Yeah, we have a cargo train, I believe. I think I see it ahead. So we'll be playing, catch along. I mean, if this succeeds, I might even be, replacing one of my crocs. Because, I mean, we don't really need the crocs, but it would be a shame. I kind of liked having the crocs. They're fun. Seems like a small, reliable locomotive, capable of pulling a full height train, And it's holding 80 kilometers an hour uphill, and that's what I was kind of thinking it would, given its power rating and all that jazz. Well, it's not uphill even, it's on the straight line, but it's more like it's curvy road, so that's why it has to actually slow down. Aha, I see. And here we will be peeling off, I assume, right? Oh no, we still have that train ahead of us. Yeah. Okay, guys, I think... yeah, this is the 75 kilometer an hour croc going to all the way. So I think we'll be playing catch along a little bit. But look at that, Walton-Thames getting hammered. That's great, because that means I can actually set my tanker here, who's been waiting forever to get some fuel, including... Okay, these are vandals? You're kidding me, right? Vehicles, how old are you? Aha, you're actually due for replacements. Okay, okay. It makes sense, but they're waiting forever because nothing got delivered as of yet. I guess it makes sense. I think once this guy gets delivered, I think it will be payday. Now, speaking of that, I think that we can safely take these guys. What oil refinery? The whole line. Where is the line? Inline measure. What oil refinery? The visible ones. What oil refinery? You gents go and sell yourselves. Because I don't think I'll be needing you. I'll have my brand new shiny train getting these things delivered. However, when it comes to food delivery, you are covering that. And which section of the town needs the food? It's commercial, so I'd say you're saturating commercial pretty well. Yeah, then I guess sell on arrival and keep it as simple as that. And then we don't need to maintain you, I guess. And we can just apply the Smoothotron to forget that any vehicle delivery here existed. Because, I mean, trains, yes. And then here we have another available line that could be delivering the rest of the stuff. Yeah, I guess that could work. And here is my train. I think it's a little bit slave of the slower one, but and you are the food bulk. Yes. The food bulk here working as intended. Good. Passengers here being delivered. Nice. Okay, let's keep you sunshine here and let's engage the turbos a little bit more. I don't like running on turbos, but in this case I'm gonna make an exception simply because I'm curious as hell in terms of how much will this delivery pay. And I'm hoping that the production should pick up quite beautifully. Oh, and Mallard it's going 85 kilometers an hour and Mallard is clearly racing it. Okay, let's just stop by. I have to see this shot. '88, and because Mallard was racing this mother, but yeah, now we are no longer on the incline, so I guess the race is on anyway. Because both of them are 140 kilometer locomotives, but this one is hauling much more freight. So let me just make sure that I do have the payday notifications. Yeah, and here you will be waiting a little bit until the other guy decides to, you know. to go back, pick up what he has and go back. Oh no, actually that one was the food delivery, so it's 5 million. Alright then I guess we should be giving it a look-see hero shot. Coming on the platform. Maybe behind the oil wells or something? Nah. This one wasn't high speed? Interesting. Oh well. There we go. Full crude oil load. Coming in on the first track, and let's see how will you do financially. I'm hoping for at least like 7-8 million. $17 freaking million? Oh boy. That's just beautiful. $17 million, ladies and gentlemen. Well, ain't that just peachy? That means that this will be our new cash cow. You know what? I don't want the ferry over there to be waiting too long at shipping Sudbury, clearly. Because that one is depending on this train actually to provide service. Okay, but I'd say that would fix our fuel distribution beautifully. So I guess with that thing in mind, I'll almost wish you all, ladies and gentlemen, a very pleasant continuation of the day. Thank you for watching. Like if you like, hit subscribe for more action, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Until then, thank you very much for watching. This is Groundforks signing off, looking at the Mallard.